Hey everyone, it's Pup Twigs here from Orlando, Florida, and joining me as my guest this evening is Pup Shadow from Atlanta, Georgia. How are you?
Oh, hi everyone. I'm doing well.
Good, good. So, how has the weather been in Atlanta?
Oh goodness. If
Rainy?
right now we're kind of middle in the middle of early fall or false fall. We finally got some rain. It's been kind of dry for the last few days, but we're finally getting to that colder fall weather that everyone keeps talking about.
Oh yeah, it. Today was our first day with no rain. It's been rainy here for about 3 days, and
Oh,
we needed it, but I'm glad it's over with now.
yeah,
Of
because
course, tomorrow's going to be sunny, and I'm back to work. So,
yeah, because here, because I read something that I believe it's Lake Lanier is actually in drought mode for the next few months. So we kind of
oh,
need the rain. We should get some this week, hopefully.
oh well, good. Yeah, we definitely need that rain. So. Well, we'll get started here. I always like to start off finding out about, how you came about the name Pup Shadow and also a little bit about your hood and your hood colors that you have picked. So I'll
Mhm.
turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, first, how I got my name is because I'm extreme. I'm kind of tall. I cast a lot of shadows, so I'm 6'3". I'm pretty much hard to miss.
Oh, you are tall.
Yes, so I'm real. Yeah, I'm extremely tall, and using with this. So, and as for at least the hood colors, yellow. Yeah, yellow is my flag color. This one that I just got. I had the red and everything added. Because believe it or not, that was the first. Red was called the first harness that I actually bought and wore. So
Oh,
I wanted
okay.
to kind of throw it back and pay homage to just my original leather roots.
Well, that I definitely like the red in the ears and the edges and underneath the chin. It really makes it stand out.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
I really like that. So how long have you been a pup?
How long? I'm trying to think. Since I believe 2008, sorry, not 2008, 2018, 2019.
Okay, so a few years at least.
Yeah.
So during that time that you've been a pup, what have you found has been the easiest part of being a pup? And then what have you found that's been maybe the most difficult part?
Well, the easiest part is just really is the for the pup headspace. I actually work in a high powered, stressful job, and just to get in the pup headspace after working 8 hours or of 9 or 10,
Hmm.
it actually it personally it just relaxes me. For the hardest part, it was the explaining. My handler Logan was kind of hesitant when we kind of went down into this journey. He was hesitant to be my handler or what he wanted to be and what he wanted to be in all of this. So he kind of decided being a handler because either though sexually I'm a top and he's a bottom, but he is more of a dominant personality. I'm more of a beta. So it was kind of natural for that to kind of work in our relationship, and it's actually helped our relationship grow since since he's become my handler and I am his pup.
Not that's always good to hear. So awesome. So, if there's one thing that you would want or could change about our community, what do you think you would want to change?
If there was one thing, right now we're kind of in this little bit of, high school clique kind of thing.
Hmm.
One thing I wish we have already seen it happening at least a few other puppy groups in a few other states at least more inclusion. That's something that I'm at least more interested in. We're at least doing some more of a job, at least some better of a job doing it, some more than others, some less than others. But what I really love is is just more inclusion of just more pups of all kind, more pets of all kind, more critters of all kind. only thing we've gotten better at it. It's just we have to continue the progression.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. And I mean, here in Orlando, we do have a few. We do have a dragon. We do have a cow,
Hmm.
and everything. But when I think of, the diversity of the group, I would love to have more females that are coming to the group and more trans that are coming into our group, because I want this to be a part of everybody.
Hmm. Yeah, because I've actually met a few not only female pups but trans pups, at least online, and getting their feedback in other states. And I want to say Midwest others changed their signification from pet to critter, I believe, to just pet instead of pup. And I
Uh-huh.
believe in a few others they've gone, I believe, person of leather, which is more signification. There's no gender markings, no print markings. Like it's all inclusive. And I think that's the way we need to start going.
Yeah, and I know here we had our Pride event in Orlando in October, and we actually had a critter walk, not a pup walk, but a critter
Uh
walk. So everyone was welcome to come.
It's like here in Atlanta, we do have at least one pup group. I hope there are some talks to make sure we've add at least more there are some critters that do come. It's
Hmm.
just there's only like one or two, at least within the metro area. I know within the state there's a few more critters, and I hope that when they come more, at least during Pride or at least during times where we at least are together in Atlanta, I would love to see at least more pets and critters.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. So if you had someone that was, thinking about getting into the community and becoming a pup, what kind of advice would you give them?
Well, the first piece of advice is gear is not everything. As you can see, I have my paws and my hood, but you can be a pup without at least the gear. And I think that's some kind that's what we're trying to get at least starting to get away. Everyone thinks it's a beauty contest where basically you have the most gear and such and whatnot. But really, it's like first thing is you don't really need gear to be a pup. It's all about pup headspace and also the mentality. Number two, be friendly. Like that's one of the things I like about the pet and pup and pet community is like a lot of us are really friendly. If you just sit down, talk to us, we're very social.
Yes, I agree. So what brings Pup Shadow the most joy out of pup play? What do you like to do when you get into that headspace?
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so excited because I get really playful. I just roll usually on the mats. I usually just roll around. I'm
Yeah.
always I'm always the one. I'm always the pup that's just rolling around, just having fun, and just loses it. And of course, I'm just a slut for belly rubs.
Oh well, hey, the belly rubs are awesome.
Hmm. Head pats, scritches, and belly rubs. That's basically
Yes,
what
I
I'm here
agree with
for.
you on that. So do you have any kind of specific play toys that you like?
Oh, a lot of squeaky toys. My believe it or not, my handler Logan, we actually do have an actual playroom with some padded mats where we can actually have at least some pup plays to get for me to get into pup headspace at
Uh-huh.
home, so I don't have to go out to bars to watch. So it was really helpful and just a lot of, I have a lot of squeaky toys, squeaky footballs as well. And we finally got me a rope to kind of play with. It's
Yes.
a little hard now and again, but it's really fun. And I just love everything about it.
Oh, nice, nice. So I find this to be a fascinating question, and I think almost all of us have dealt with it, but what has being a pup done for your mental health?
Oh, yeah, this is a question I really digged into. Even before the pandemic and everything else, I was struggling with anxiety and depression.
Hmm.
I'm still seeing a therapist now about everything, but the pup headspace has helped me kind of isolated everything and kind of not forget. but to kind of put everything to clear my head so I can at least relax. That's something that anything else, I know proper medication is bearable. Proper medication is, the key. Also talking and seeing a therapist, talking out, journaling, all this other stuff. But being in the pup headspace has been just wonders, at least
Yeah.
for me, for the last few years. Just just getting in and just getting in the pup headspace and just relaxing, going, ah. I mean, it's really, really been worked wonders for my mental health, and I've become a better person. I've become at least a better worker, a better husband, a better brother, a better son. Like those are the things that it has helped me done. Like this hood has helped me. This hood and the pet space has helped me become a better person as well. As well.
And that's always good to hear. And I'm so glad to hear that because for whatever reason, I don't know what magic these have, but it just makes us feel so much better when we can throw them on.
Mhm. It's the anonymity.
Yeah.
It's just the randomness, and then it's just fun. Like when I wear my hood in public, people don't stay like some people don't stare in disgust. Some people just stare and go, "Oh, that's adorable." And usually I have like a pup ears hat that I sometimes wear. Some people come to me and say that's adorable. It's cute. Where can I go? Where can I get one? I kind of say, well, here's the site, but just be careful. Don't let your kids be on this. This is for mostly adults.
Yeah.
So I have
Yeah.
to tell them that. But it really is a joy. And luckily I live in a diverse community like Atlanta where it's like, okay, this is a little more expected. Like people see me with my hood and also my collar.
Hmm.
It's never usually it's a point of conversation sometimes, or sometimes it's like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah. Well, that is so awesome. So, is there anything that you wish you had known before you got into the pup community?
Um, Knee pads. I think my first mosh, I did not wear knee pads. Regretted it. Right, the very next day after, got knee pads. It has helped. It has helped wonders.
I bet that's so. So, what about hobbies? What do you like to get out and do there in Atlanta?
Between my husband usually walking my dog or hiking. I'm also a huge rock collector. I try to at least collect rocks and everything else. I'm also also a big badge collector as well. I have a few badges of just of some police, some firemen. I believe I used to have. I think I still have an armor badge from their investigations unit. So I at least am a big collector of that, and also my husband and I we do a lot of arts and crafts stuff as well, and do a lot of selling. So were always busy. Every other weekend, always doing something, a project, or just going around having an adventure, meeting up with other people. It's always an adventure.
All right, awesome. Well, you keep yourself busy then. I'm assuming.
Oh yes, and usually if we need some downtime, hey, it's no issue of saying, hey, do you want to do something like, hey, I want to be around the house today, and that's it, and that's all good too.
Well, I know the answer to this question now because you talked about it at the very beginning. But what about pets?
Yes, I have that's my handler and I do have a bio pup. Her name is Peyton. She is a Weimaraner pit bull mix. She looks like a Weimaraner, but she's like a little short. She has the pit bull body, but the Weimaraner color.
Oh wow!
So she's very pretty. She is, I'm trying to remember if she's 5. I'm sorry, she's 5. I was about to
Okay.
say she was 6. No, she's 5.
All right. So, what kind of events do you have going on in the Atlanta area for pups or critters?
That's wonderful. Or at least our local pup group here in Atlanta, they have what they call the Sunday pup teas at the Atlanta Eagle. The next one, I believe, is on Sunday, which happens on no Sunday, December 3rd, which is my birthday. It will
Oh,
be
well,
like they will be there at the Eagle. I believe it is from 2 to 5. I believe it is from 2 to 5 at the Eagle. And I believe it's just a mosh event. I believe there's also a class as well. And just a time just to talk among and hang out.
that sounds like fun. Well, happy early birthday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
So we're to that point where you get to ask a question for my next guest that I have on here. What would you want to ask them?
Oh, that's a good question because I've been trying to think about I'm trying to think about this one. As someone who is who's a cisgender queer, how can us cisgender pups encourage being more inclusive in other spaces? Like it's not just queer and trans, everything else, but also people who don't drink, people who are disabled. How can we become better allies in creating more of these spaces that are it's more inclusive? That's my question.
Okay, all right, awesome. That's a good question. And yours came from Pup Bismarck here out of
Ooh.
Orlando, Florida. Interviewed them earlier today. And I've never, I mean, I kind of thought about this, but I put it on the back burner and have never thought of it again. But he wanted to know what breed is your pup Sona and why do you feel connected to that specific breed?
Oh, that's a good question because I've been going it's either pit bull or it's either Rottweiler. It's like I've been going between those back and forth.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
like my full name is Shadow Wolfhound, so the hound is in the name. But
Yeah.
that's a really good one. I'm just going between Rottweiler, maybe Great Dane, maybe pit bull. It's like I'm still trying all these years. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Figure that out. Any specific reason why you pick those three types?
Yes.
Well, uh, when I first started this, because I only do the muzzle because to me in Florida it's too hot to wear the whole hood. So I have about 8 different colors that I can interchange with this, and just if I want to change a color, I do it. And
Hmm.
so I just consider myself a mutt
Ah.
because I change colors all the time. So I just go with a mutt for me instead of a specific breed of a dog.
Hmm. That's
So
pretty cool. Mutt. That's pretty cool.
yeah, that's for me. It works. So if other pups wanted to reach out to you, how might they do that?
Well, I'm basically on almost everything on Instagram, on whatever Twitter is now,
Yeah, X, Twitter,
and then
whatever.
on Blue Sky, and it's always going to be Sir and Pup Shadow. That's basically my handle for all my social media. I'm pretty much open to anything. My handler and I are pretty cool people. So if ever want to drop a line or look at anything, just give us a shout out. We're pretty friendly.
All right, sounds good. Well, any last words from Pup Shadow before we get off of here?
Oh, one second. Brand is strong. Shout out to everybody in Atlanta. Shout out to all the pups in Georgia.
Yes, yes. Well, it has been awesome getting to talk to you, and I will be talking to you again very soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Love you all.